Good morning, students and faculty of Limbrook University. Shut up. As you know, each week you are required to watch an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond.
I don't like Raymond.
Shut up. This week's episode is Season 4, Episode 19, Marie and Frank's New Friends. Frank and Marie make friends with a couple that have similar personalities to their own.
I don't have any friends.
You don't need friends. We recommend watching the show as soon as possible to prepare for what you're about to hear. Also, to the student who posted that today was Bring Your Grandpa to Work Day, excellent April Fool's joke.
I want to go home.
I want you to die.
I think they're in this one. Come on. Hey.
Hey! We're not doing anything weird in the corner. Come on, Mike, let's stand up and walk away from that.
What are you guys doing in the corner of this empty classroom?
No, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
I'm going to stand up, and please do not worry about the bong-shaped bulge in my pants.
Mike, your zipper.
Mike, if I worried about every bulge in your pants, I would not get anything done.
Weirdly, that's flattering.
Yeah.
Anyway, are you guys decent? I'll open the door all the way if you're decent.
It's okay, yeah, you can come in. I don't mind.
I'm good.
Okay, Mike, are you sure you don't want to, maybe sit back down?
Why?
Maybe just sit back down.
Why?
I don't know. As far as bulges go, it's very aggressive.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just going to tie my sweatshirt around your waist.
Oh, okay.
Mike, and I think it would help if you didn't put your one leg up on the desk, like in a mountaineering pose.
I'm just stretching. This is normal.
You are stretching all of the fabric of your clothes. You're
Super tight pants.
You're frankly busting out, Mike.
Thank you. I've been.
I did not mean it as a compliment. Alex, why don't you just stand in front of Mike? That might be the way to do it.
Okay.
Guys, there's an issue here.
Uh-oh. Mike, is that a bong in your pocket?
Used to be. Now it's a lot of broken glass.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just happy to see
No,
me.
it was. I was stretching. The
It
pants
broke.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to clarify, before I do have somebody with me, I should say. I'm about to introduce you guys to somebody.
Okay.
Oh, I should take the glass. out
Mike,
of my
empty the
pants.
glass out of your pants.
Yeah, so
Hold on,
just to be
drop
clear, Mike was, I guess, hiding. I don't know why you, A, were smoking your bong in here in this classroom, and B, why when I arrived you felt the need to hide it down your pants.
We thought you were a teacher, and then we got embarrassed.
Yeah, sorry. Let me just drop my drawers real quick. As I gotta remove.
You have to remove.
Yep.
I'm actually gonna close the door again, and we'll just pretend this never.
We'll just
pretend this
restart.
never
Yeah, we'll
happened,
just
and
start.
We'll just
start this part
anew.
over. That's
Forget
probably a good
forget
idea.
everything you've heard through the door being ajar, and just first impression. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Knock knock. Hello, are my friends in here?
Oh yes,
Hi.
we're here being normal. Mike, zip your pants.
Adam, I'm sorry I disappointed you. You mean a lot to me as a friend, and I really don't want to make you mad.
You know what? Actually, I'm sorry, Mike. We'll drop it. Just be
Okay.
normal. Okay.
Okay, normal.
Okay. We're gonna try one more time.
Okay.
Okay, closing the door. And I'm so sorry about this. Normally, they're great guys, I promise. Okay. Knock, knock. Hello, are my friends in here?
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, good. This is normal. This is normal.
Mike.
Okay. Hey, guys.
Hey, Adam.
Mike,
hey, person I
Alex.
don't know.
I would like to introduce you to Joe.
Hey.
I met him out on the quad this afternoon. Really cool guy. We did a little hacky sack, and what can I say? We hit it off, and I thought maybe he would want to come and, join the Barone Boys a little bit. Maybe
Join
just hang out.
We just met this man. He said one word.
I thought maybe he could guest, not on the podcast, but in us. You know what I mean?
I smoked weed once, and you're already replacing me.
I'm not. My God damn it, Mike, calm down.
Smoking weed. That's cool.
Oh, he gets it.
Anyway, Joe, this is Alex. You might recognize him. I don't know. You said you were from out of state, but he was the mayor of Limbrook until recently.
Yeah, whatever.
and this is Mike. Mike Lee. Mike L.
Hey, I'm Mike. Nice to meet you.
He's not normally crying this openly. Normally it's kind of muffled and like he puts his like lower half of his face in his shirt. You know what I mean?
No, crying's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool for guys to cry. I get it.
Oh,
I
nice.
respect
Yeah,
it.
Joe's really
yeah?
in touch with his emotions, I feel like. Because we were talking about some pretty
okay.
deep stuff out on the quad, mid-sack.
Yeah, like what?
Well, I mean, Joe, do you mind if I share it with the guys?
Nah, Mike's cool. He can handle it.
Oh, that must be new for you to hear.
All right, thanks. I'm right here.
Well, Alex, obviously, I mean, you know, he's just being sensitive to like Mike's obviously fragile state.
No, I just think he's cool.
Do you guys remember? This never comes up with us. Do you remember the Miracle on the Hudson? When Sully landed the plane on the Hudson?
I don't think we've ever talked about this once.
I haven't thought about it in a bit. Yeah, why?
Joe was Sully's co-pilot.
Yeah, whatever.
Joe is you were the co-pilot? Didn't the co-pilot throw Sully under the bus immediately in the movie and like try to get him arrested?
That's the movie, Mike.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
movie.
Yeah, you know.
So did that not happen?
I don't know. I've only seen the movie.
Joe, did you try to arrest Sully?
I don't know. I've only seen the movie.
Cool.
See, he's a
This
cool
guy's
guy.
awesome.
He's lived. He's got cool life experiences. We were going to go, get something to eat down at the student union.
Well, I'm pretty hungry.
I thought maybe
okay.
you guys would want to join
Yeah.
us, spend some time with Joe,
Yeah.
and just hang out.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't have any classes today. Do you guys have classes today?
None that I need to go to.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I got some blood running down my legs, but I can handle that later. That's fine.
Okay, we'll go. And Joe, by the way, doesn't have class because Joe, tell him. I mean, congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, it's whatever. My dad's got some money, so I just get the degree at the end.
He bought it.
You just bought the how much did that set you back?
Like, I don't know. 5
$5?
mil.
Yeah, when you have as much money as Joe does, you just kind of everything's in mills. It's easiest.
Oh yeah, it's my dad's. It's not really mine.
Joe, what was your degree in that you bought?
Neuroscience.
Oh, that's like a real one. That's pretty big.
No,
wow,
he
yeah,
he was
that's
telling me
cool.
that he's already, got a job at a hospital. He's done 2 brain surgeries already, and they went fine.
2?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Damn.
Well, because, Joe, you were telling me that the surgery was actually moving one brain moving brains between people, doing a swap.
Yeah, I don't know why it's so hard. You just pick it up and put it somewhere else. I do the same thing with like the mouse of my computer.
I believe they're calling it Freaky Friday surgery, and it's kind of sweet. I mean, it's sweeping Limbrook.
It was a mother-daughter, yeah.
My mom, doctor, is a bitch, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how I'm ever going to be able to understand her perspective.
And my daughter never respects me, let me tell you.
Yeah.
And also,
She doesn't subscribe to my typical accent
Yeah.
either. She just totally ignores me.
her accent, that accent is fake, okay?
Yeah, this seems hard. Yeah.
It's totally legit. I grew up with the Jersey Shore.
Okay.
Jersey Shore.
Oh,
I'm
so-
okay.
Are you-
I'm normal. My daughter doesn't respect me.
So she wants us to get this stupid Freaky Friday surgery, and
No,
yeah.
I got you. I need to mention. Have you guys? Legally, I have to ask. Have you guys tried like therapy or talking
Nope.
it out?
No, I refuse. We're gonna do this instead.
Okay, cool. Joe, get the chainsaw.
That's the sound I make when I find the chainsaw.
Nice job, Joe.
We see Mike, Adam, Alex, and Joe walking across campus. Alex and Adam are kind of, keeping normal pace, but Joe is kind of walking a little bit faster to keep up with Mike, who kind of scurries.
Mike is booking it, trail of blood behind, as he goes. So, Joe, you're. It's rare I'm able to get someone that keeps up with me.
You must be pretty hungry, man.
I'm starving. Very hungry.
Yeah, I mean, I could eat too. What do you like to eat, man?
Oh, I eat everything. I eat waffles. I eat burgers. I eat sriracha sauce. Just sometimes just straight from the bottle. It's great.
Hey.
That sounds like everything.
Hey, are you
Yeah.
guys talking about sriracha up there?
That sounds cool. Can I? Let's talk a little bit more about that.
Let's talk about
So,
that together.
Joe, what's your favorite kind of hot sauce? Is it sriracha or is it Frank's? What's your go-to?
You know, all kind of hot sauce is fine, but sriracha's got to be the go-to for me. They got good sriracha here.
It's fine. When we go to down to the Limerick Diner, they got prime sriracha. On
Ooh,
campus,
yeah?
it's fine. It's just normal.
Ooh, we should like compare.
We should. Oh, you know what? That's great. We should do like a hot ones, but it's just taste testing sriracha.
That's badass, man.
That's badass. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got some good ideas, man.
Oh, I have never heard that before. No one has ever said that to me once.
Wow.
We see a montage, yakety sax underneath, of Mike proposing to various women over the course of his life, and all of them saying, "This is a bad idea, Mike." Alex, what do you think they're talking about up there? They're really booking it. I kind of thought, we would all stay together as a group and hang out, but
I don't know, Adam. You just bring this guy around, and then you seem to really care what he thinks. Not that I care what he thinks. He's just a regular guy. I don't need his approval.
Alex,
I want it.
I mean, I want all of us to equally have his approval. I want a new person to come in to the group and kind of liven another man and kind of liven up the dynamics a little bit.
It really has been feeling like we need another white guy around here.
I know. That's what I've been saying. Because frankly, we just paid off the mortgage on the dorm room and nobody came to the party.
Yeah, we threw away our student loans in the garbage.
Yeah, we set our student loans on fire. And that kept us warm for several days because we did do it all paper.
And it was a lot of loans.
Oh, yeah. Well, we took out ones that we didn't really need. Boat, which I don't think they should offer, frankly.
Yeah. So you actually have a boat, huh?
Yeah, we got a boat. Yeah, it's ours now. We burnt all the money on it.
Oh, that's cool, man. Have you ever been on it?
Oh yeah, no, several times. One time, one time they used it to get my body from the bottom of a lake.
Mike, are you trying to remember details about our past adventures? Do you need my help up there?
No, I'm good, actually. I'm good.
No, he's got it. He's a very engaging storyteller.
It's called Robot Boat Roan, remember?
Oh my god.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's called...
From season 2.
It's called the Subbarone Subbarone Marine. Yeah, it's great.
God, do you ever get a break from this guy?
No, you never really do. How many women have you rejected your proposals over your life?
I've only rejected women. They don't reject me.
See a montage with the yakety sax underneath of women throwing diamond rings at Joe, and he hacky sacks them back at them.
Ugh, gross. No.
Cut back to the present.
Yeah.
We see a shot of...
I'm not gay. I'm just very picky. And I'm also bisexual.
Cool shit, dude.
Anyway, we see in the present a shot over... here's another season 2 callback. So Limbrook University, the campus kind of abuts Jonah Hill, which is the highest point in Limbrook, if you recall. No relation. And we see Alex and Adam crest the top of the hill, and it's a very wide shot, and we see Mike and Joe kind of walking down the hill, walking in the distance down to Limbrook proper. They're going to the diner. Wait, I thought we were going to the student union.
I guess they're going off ahead.
Oh, man. I wanted Joe to be my friend. I'm sure it's fine, but this is a little frustrating. So I wanted to introduce Joe to the group, but kind of make it seem like I'm, the leader of the Barone Boys. And I kind of wanted it to seem like I'm the alpha.
Adam, in all realism, I was the mayor, and Mike is Mike's the Scooby-Doo of our group. He's the mascot.
Well, he does eat those snacks.
People come for him, even though we give the content.
Alex,
people come for him.
Nobody comes for Mike. Come on.
That's funny. I'm going to laugh some more.
That hurt my feelings.
The camera moves back towards the now essentially sprinting Mike and Joe. They are walking at a normal pace, but you see in the background it's just a blur of motion.
They're moving
as
very
they are
fast.
moving,
Yes,
as they're going towards the diner. Yeah, man. They've been on so many adventures, but sometimes it just feels like they don't respect me. It's insane.
Oh, that's radical, man.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't respect you?
Most women.
Hey, sometimes people don't know what they want until it's too late.
Yeah. Have you ever dealt with deals with Satan?
Only twice.
Oh, okay. Because I'm in. Yeah, this is a whole thing. I'm currently dealing with the fact that I actually had forgotten about this part of my story until very recently. But
Yeah?
I made a deal with Satan. He's living in my skull until I have sex with a woman.
Oh, hey, man. Okay. Well, actually, maybe we could help each other out, because...
Sorry, real quick, we zoom in hard and fast on Mike's iris, and we see Satan in there. He's paid off the mortgage on Mike's skull. He's burning it. Okay, zoom out.
He's in like a little chair, just like watching a little TV, seeing Mike's what Mike sees.
He unfastens his belt
Unzips.
as he sits down. Yeah, unzips.
By the way, Satan unzips. Huge dick. Okay, zoom out of Mike's iris,
Obviously.
and we're back. Yeah.
Yeah. I got beef with Satan, too, just a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
How do you think my dad got all his money?
Oh, he made a deal with Satan.
Of
Oh,
course.
shit. What does your dad do?
He has money.
Dude, that fucking rules.
Cut to Wall Street. Man walking very fast through downtown Manhattan, lower Manhattan, doing big business, big suit, etc.
We gotta move the shares. We gotta move them over to the other mutual fund. We gotta come on to it. I'm Mr. Joe, and you better do what I say. Let's go. Come on.
Oh, Mr. Joe.
Yes.
Mr. Joe, I can't keep up.
You gotta
this
move.
fast-paced investment banking lifestyle is too much for me.
Then you gotta get your shit together. We go from bell to bell. You wanna be ringing out that bell? You wanna be making money? You gotta be moving here.
I can't
Sir, there's so
do
much
it,
money to
sir.
make my fingers hurt from counting it all.
Cut him off. Let's go.
Okay.
Vroom,
That was
vroom.
a mistake. Yeah, Dad just kind of does what he does.
Hey fellas, can I get you two top? What are you expecting anyone else? You want a booth? What do you want?
Oh, I guess we lost Adam and Alex.
I didn't notice.
Give us a 2-top and give us 8 bottles of sriracha each.
Oh my god, spicy. Okay, I'll go to the
Yeah.
back and I'll bring you guys some waters too. I'll be right back, okay?
Like, I love the way you handled that.
I like you, Joe. You respect me.
Well, Mike, it's hard to find respectable people in this world, and
Yeah.
there's some kind of it factor that you have.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, your issue with Satan, I think
Yeah.
I can help you out,
Oh yeah.
because I also have to get out of my deal with Satan.
Oh.
He had a clause. There's this thing I like to do. You could call it a convention of sorts.
Satan Con?
Kind of. It's a brony convention.
Oh, didn't those end like a decade ago?
The ones you know about, yeah.
There are more brony cons?
Well, regardless.
Camera pulls back slightly. We see that Joe has it doesn't look like it from the front, but he's got a ponytail in the back that looks is dyed rainbow. We continue slowly pulling out as the waitress brings them the sriracha.
Look,
Here you go, fellas.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna mince words with you. I think you're the coolest person I've ever met. I've got to get out of this contract with Satan.
So
and I
wait,
cannot get out of it until I bring someone to the brony convention.
Oh God, you can't.
But
No.
there's got to be so many hot girls there. We'll get you laid.
Are there? I feel
Yeah.
like the bronies are. Isn't the first word in brony bro? Isn't this about being dudes that like ponies?
Don't worry about the logistics of it, man. Like I said, I get 82 proposals a week. I'll just slide one your way.
Okay.
Also,
That's-
waitress, I see the ring in your pocket. The answer is no.
I'm just happy to see you. There's no ring in my pocket.
So wait, Joe.
I thought it
What-
was clever.
What do you get out of this deal? What do you get out
Thank
of this
you.
deal?
Oh my god. You're pretty cute.
Oh,
Have I seen
thank
you
you.
in here before?
Probably. Probably. Most of the time I'm doing something ridiculous and embarrassing. But yeah, that checks out.
You're
I've seen
the
you.
guy who montage yakety sax, fill in the blank.
I feel like that fill in the blank is pretty important there.
doing a lot of heavy
I
lifting.
feel like it's more fun to let the audience imagine what that was.
Do you? Okay. All right. I'll
Mike, please fill in the blank.
We see a montage of Mike of the many times Mike has walked into the establishment crying after being rejected. Almost every single one of the proposals actually happened inside the diner. We see him getting splashed in the face with sriracha, with milkshakes, with pie, with a bucket of snakes, with various different fluids throughout as the women have rejected him.
Regardless, I assume your deal with Satan has an or else. What is your or else?
I go to hell for eternity. Isn't that the deal?
Not my deal.
Oh.
My deal, my wish to Satan was to become the coolest, most unattainable, awesome dude in the planet. And if I cannot fulfill this one thing, I will go back to the way I was before then. I was a lot like you, Mike.
What is that? I thought you said I was cool.
Yeah, super cool. Only to other super cool people like myself.
I'm gonna be honest, that hurts my feelings a little bit. It kind of makes it sound like I'm just a loser that attracts other losers.
Hey, you calling me a loser? I'm the coolest guy in the world.
Hey, you calling me a loser? Because I get off at 6. I'd like to get off at 6:05.
That's a sex thing. Dude, do it.
What? What's the problem?
That's the sex.
Oh, the deal. Oh, we could have. Okay, yeah, we could. Yeah, yes.
Bring
yes,
her with
ma'am.
us.
Yeah. Do you want to marry me?
Mike. Brilliant.
We see a brass band standing off to the side, ready to launch into yakety sax. They've been following Mike around all day.
The conductor taps the stand places.
Everyone straightens their bow ties. You know?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I would like to marry you, stranger.
Yeah, let's marry.
Let's marry.
Yeah, let's marry. I'm Mike. What's your name?
My name?
Yeah, your name.
My name's Joe. I mean, Stella. My name's Stella. It's not Joanne. That's my mom's name.
Well, Stella, let's marry. Let's marry tonight, 6:05 p.m.
Oh my God, 6:05 p.m. tonight. I've got to go get everything. I got to get flowers. I got to get a dress.
Wait, hold on. Here's how we're gonna do this. Joe,
Yeah.
where's the nearest BronyCon?
It's downstairs.
We're doing it here. We're going to the BronyCon. We're getting married at the BronyCon. We're gonna deal with my satanic pact and your satanic pact in one big fell swoop. We're gonna take it out. Also, could I get a to-go box?
For your sriracha?
Yeah, please. That'd be great.
Alex and Adam walk into the abandoned diner.
Oh, where'd they go?
I thought I saw them go in here. Geez, normally there's, where's the staff and everything?
Hello, I'm looking for my daughter.
Oh, hello, ma'am. We're looking for our friends. Does your daughter work here, or?
Yes, my daughter works here. She works here forever, even
What?
not since yesterday.
She works here forever, not since yesterday.
Yes, she's my daughter, not my mom. That's true.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
Look, I think there's a light on back there in the kitchen. Should the three of us
that's right. The secret convention's today. I wonder what that is. Why don't we go investigate?
What's your name?
Oh, I'm Stella. Joanne. I'm Joanne. Mom. I'm Mom.
Oh, okay. I'm.
Joanne.
By the way, I just want to say, being a mom, obviously you're a hero. We really respect Alex, and I really respect you. We're feminists.
We respect women.
We can't
Now, our
speak
friend
for the
Mike, on
men
the other hand.
that we're looking for. Yeah, I mean, we'll keep you away from him. We'll intercept, but I think the three of us, we should just creep over there. I mean, big hands up.
Yeah, you want to be in a
big
podcast?
Step. Do you want to be on a podcast later today? I think, Alex, if Joe's a lost cause and Mike's gone too, we may as well replace.
I'm too old and brittle.
Oh, come on. You're younger than us, aren't you?
You're so kind.
You're certainly younger than Mike.
Oh, that's probably true.
Based on nothing but knowing that he is not a feminist.
Let's go down there.
Okay, let's do Big Creep, okay?
Big Creep in Little Italy.
The brass band from before luckily has a guy on xylophone, so he's doing little toe sounds for us as we Okay. Oh my god, these stairs go down forever. They just keep going. Can you guys see the bottom of that? I can't.
Yeah, it's usually not this dark.
Okay, well, I think let's just take the stairs one by one. We'll go down them in the normal way, and
The sound starts emanating from the bottom, a very low echo. A burr, 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 burr. Wait, no, that's not.
that sounds patriotic. Do you guys hear that?
America.
Do you think
I know that
what's his
place.
name is down there? The fucking Sousa? You think John Philip Sousa's down there?
I don't know who that is.
He does the
I mean,
the
I'm
marches.
old. I know what that is.
Yes, you know.
Because I'm old. Yeah, I know what that
And
is.
I'm an
Yeah.
old soul.
You really are, Adam.
If I wasn't married, Joanne. Anyway, let's go down one by one. I'm going to hold on to the banister. I think it looks stable and should have no problems. I'm lowering my hand onto it. What's that, Alex? Did you say something? No? Okay.
No, I didn't say
I'm going to
anything.
grab the banister and it's going to be fine. Okay. I land in a ball pit. I land in a ball pit. Cat runs out of the ball pit.
Oh, Adam, you missed the slide.
Oh, shit. I mean, ow.
Adam? Alex?
Mike
Hey.
Mike, is that you?
and Joe, and who is that?
Oh, hi guys. I'm actually really glad you were able to make it here.
Hey.
Hi. So this right here, this is Stella.
Hi.
Stella is my bride.
Ma, what are you doing down here?
Mom,
She's-
I mean, daughter.
She's
Yeah,
What
Ma.
are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you wearing a dress? A wedding dress?
An off-white wedding dress. That's right. I'm marrying this guy. What's your name
Oh, no,
again?
you can't marry me off to this guy.
What do you
No,
mean
I'm-
marry you off?
Never mind.
I mean, you can't marry this guy.
Hold on. We need to call our lawyer really quickly and our doctor.
What?
Hey, Joe.
Ma, come over here. Come over here. Let's go.
Mike, I have no idea what's happening. This is
Did,
not...
you told me you Freaky Friday two people. Are these the people you Freaky Friday'd?
No. Oh.
Doc, in a Freaky Friday situation, Doc,
Oh yeah.
if one of us gets married to somebody else,
Yes.
who is actually married to that person? Is it the person whose brain is in the body, or is it the body person? Like
Now,
from
see,
legal?
I'm a doctor, not a lawyer.
Okay.
I want to make that clear.
Do you have a
I
lawyer
think-
that we can talk to?
Yeah, let me call him. Let me call him. Hey, Joe.
Hey.
If in that Freaky Friday situation that we did, if a lady gets married, does that mean that one of them is married, or is it which one is it, or is it both
No,
of them? Is
no,
both of them
that's
married?
not the question, Doc. The
It might be
question
it might be
is,
both. Are you sure?
is the person who gets married the person whose brain it is, or the person whose body it is? Is
It could be both of you.
if I,
Could also be neither.
Joanne, in Stella's
Joanne,
body, marry
Stella's body.
this guy,
That guy.
who is married to the guy? Is it Joanne or is it Stella?
What do you think, Joe?
Which one gets me out of Satan?
Actually, let me turn to that contract. Actually, you just need people to enter into the BronyCon. You don't need them to get married.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, then.
Oh, I don't-
I care?
Yeah, we don't really give that much of a shit. Anyway, I feel like I'm gonna go with
Oh shit, we're still on the phone.
Oh yeah, no, we didn't. You didn't hang up. I didn't hang up on you. Did you? Hang
Oh,
up
I'm
on
sorry.
Me?
I started playing Candy Crush. Sorry. What's up?
Oh yeah.
Did you get an
this
answer?
This is the old lady.
No, this is Stella.
Yeah, Stella. Hi. I'm gonna say, whichever one is not problematic, that's what we're gonna go.
We're both adults.
Yeah, no, I know that. But I'm gonna say that the person making the choice is the one that gets married, because that feels like the least questionable.
So this guy, and we
Yeah.
haven't talked about a reverse.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause
we'll
that's
have
not
to
in your
talk
health
about that as a
insurance.
what?
That's not your health insurance covers.
Why
the
does the
one-way
health
switch.
insurance cover the Freaky Friday but not the reverse Freaky Friday?
It covers a one-way switch. You guys made it. You're done. You have to pay for the other one on your own.
How much is it?
About $400,000.
Shit. If
Yeah.
only we knew a really rich guy who could help us with that. Because honestly, Doc, me, Joanne, I just want a nice boy for my daughter Stella to marry. I don't want to get married. This guy's a fucking loser. Oh my god. You should see the front of his pants. They're covered in blood, and glass keeps falling out of them. He drank sriracha straight from the bottle, and he didn't swallow it as it was going down, so it just pooled. It was disgusting.
Does he need a PCP, and does he have insurance? Because I need some money here.
I think PCP would mellow him out, but I don't know. He
No,
definitely
like a
does not
primary-
have insurance.
Like a doctor thing,
I
primary
think
care.
what he was telling me on the way down from the big staircase, he was saying
Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah. I've been there.
he was telling me that he's Canadian, but he's the one guy who has to pay. So I don't think he has any kind of coverage.
Ah, fuck, he's that guy. Yeah, you don't. You don't want anything like that.
So you're saying maybe I should, with Stella's approval, marry up, somebody with a little
I cannot
money.
give you enough. I could not emphasize this enough. I don't really give that much of a fuck who you marry. All I care about is that if you get sick, you come to me. I make you good.
Thanks, Doc. So we will. I think. I wish you would have told us about the insurance not covering the reverse, but I think we will.
It was in the contract. It was in the fine print.
Oh, but nobody reads that. You get the
well,
clipboard
that's
in the
on me.
waiting room with all the forms. Nobody's reading through all the forms, just looking to
My
where.
lawyer says they are.
Yeah, he is.
Wait a second.
Oh, that's my other lawyer. Yeah.
Hi, I'm his other lawyer. The other Joe left.
Is that Dershowitz?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. All right, everybody's waiting for me to start the wedding. I gotta go.
Okay.
Listen,
Yeah.
how soon can you get here? Because I think I need somebody to give me/Stella away. And, her dad is not in the picture. And you've been with us for this whole journey, and it would really mean a lot, I think, to
I
Stella.
can go. Hello.
Hey Stella.
Dershowitz.
I'm not
No,
sending
you know
Alan.
what?
Don't worry.
You know
I'm
what, actually?
Stella.
Please
Turn
send
around.
Dershowitz.
I'm gonna go. Hello.
Oh my god, Dershowitz
We-
is here. I gotta go,
Dershowitz is-
Doc.
I'm already here.
Dershowitz,
Hello.
I can't believe you came.
Of course I came.
This is
Hello.
so beautiful, and you're wearing the most beautiful tux.
I was dressed in it for another reason.
Wow. I think everyone, I think we can get started with the ceremony.
Oh, okay, good.
Ma,
Yes, son, daughter.
what do you think? Wait, I have an idea. What if we have these guys, the hot one and the short one, do a Freaky Friday? And that way, I marry the hot one in the short one's body. He's got money. I saw he opened his wallet to pay for the sriracha upstairs.
Why not just marry the hot one?
Good point. I think I was trying to give Doc more work because he got Dershowitz here. But yes, no, you're right.
What do we need this guy for?
Okay, let me gently broach it to him. By the way, this is happening on a convention floor, surrounded by men in
Dressed as
dressed as
horses.
ponies. with varying degrees of realism, from extremely to not at all.
I'll trade you 2 Rainbow Dash for an Applejack.
Yeah, I like cereal.
Yeah, good.
How are you doing in the back, Kevin? Of horse, I mean.
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I've always wanted to be a horse's butt. This is my life.
I'm sorry about, I do have the colonoscopy tomorrow, so I have to clean it out. I'm sorry.
It smells so bad. But you know what? This lives me in my dream of a Rainbow Dash cosplay.
It does come out that way, doesn't it? Rainbow,
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you need a doctor.
No, yeah. Well, I have a great one. He also does Freaky Fridays, so.
Oh, no shit. I've heard of that
have
guy.
you ever wanted to be front of horse? Because we could swap.
I could also just get in the front.
No.
Oh, okay.
We're spending too much time on these people.
Oh, there's a wedding going on.
Oh shit. Oh, you
I
can't
gotta
see.
draw the line somewhere. I hate these two.
Hey, Joe, right?
Yeah, what?
I'm having cold feet. I'm having doubts about marrying Mike over here.
Mike is in the corner fixing his bow tie.
Actually, let me just... She goes over and takes the engagement ring, or the rings from Mike, and I'm just gonna hold on to these for a second.
Oh, okay.
Brass band comes down the top of the stairs. Joe, will you marry me instead of Mike? Please, I can't do it, and you're so good looking.
I gotta be honest with you, lady.
Stella.
Normally, it'd be a hard no, but... And he looks over to Mike, who's like picking some lint out of his ear.
Mike also very clearly has another bong-shaped bulge in his pants.
Like, that is the coolest man ever, with a bong-shaped penis. And if you're too good for him, that means you are the greatest woman in the galaxy. I would be a fool to say no.
Oh my God. Okay, can you tell Mike? Because I don't really want to interact.
I'm going to stop you there.
I don't want to get so close.
Why do we have to tell him?
Oh, good point.
Yeah, let's just go.
Okay, all right. Alex, I'm getting the brass band needs me to tap in to play the organ, so I'm just going to go over here.
Okay. I'll just take my usual place where I should be at Mike's wedding, and I stand right next to Mike. Best man. I'm already planning your bachelor party and your divorce party.
This is why I can always trust you. You are my best man. I can always trust you to do all the planning.
Mike, what's this girl's name?
Stella, I think.
Mike, you and Stella are going to be happy for as long as I can possibly. She just left.
What?
She's gone.
What?
Yeah, she's look out the window. There she goes. Joe turns around, gives him like you like a thumbs up.
Wait, Stella! Like screams out the window as the bong
Dershowitz knees Mike in the dick and shatters the bong in his pants.
Oh God, not again!
That's impressive, Mike. That's a new record for you.
All right, guys.
I'm never smoking weed again.
Yakety sax in C. Let's do it.
Who's paying this orchestra? Sorry.
We cut back to Wall Street, where we see Mr. Joe writing a check to
signing. There's about 4 checks all around him, all for the different members of the band. There's like clarinet 1, alto sax 1, and so on. And he's just signing all of them, just like we gotta move. Call it, trade it, lose it, dump it. Come on.
And we gotta connect those somehow. We flash back. Why is he doing this? So, Mr. Joe, I'm happy to give you all the money in the world. Okay,
No,
that's
I'm
basic
Mr.
Satan
Joe.
stuff.
That's
sorry.
my son Joe.
No. You, father, older man.
Me.
Wait,
Okay,
sorry,
yeah.
did you guys do a freaky?
No, we didn't do a freaky.
Okay,
we were
okay.
just
We
confused.
just came here together.
I'm Mr. Joe, he's Joe.
That's so
and, yeah.
great that you guys do things together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joe's also the family name. I'm JoJo, and I'm on a bizarre adventure.
Oh, wow. Great. Your last album, by the way, fantastic. Loved it. You are the queen of R&B as far as I'm concerned. Now, So, Mr. Joe, the deal that I'm going to offer you, all the money in the world. Okay?
Yeah.
Got it?
I'm. This is
standard
pretty good so far.
boilerplate Satan stuff. We already have the paperwork. You just got to sign it.
Yeah.
I do need you to do something for me, though.
Yeah, no problem.
So there's this guy. I set him up a while back. He died and went to hell, and then I sent him back as long as he's been a virgin his entire life. Sent him back as long as he, lost his virginity within the calendar year, okay? Pretty basic stuff. I mean, it's only not every day, but here's the thing. This guy ate all my fucking sriracha while he was in hell, and
what a douche.
I kind of want to make it a little difficult on him. I give you all the money in the world.
Yep.
Set aside 10%, hire a brass band to follow him around all day. Okay, cool?
Okay.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So, you want to get coffee sometime?
I would love to get coffee.
Let's
Do you
go get
know...
coffee.
You're at Goldman Sachs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a place right around the corner. It's not Starbucks, okay, but it's in the bathroom of the Starbucks, and this is a reference to season 2. A bunch of my friends who are doing like flat Earth stuff. Oh, sorry. There's this podcast, okay?
We got back to Mike crying outside the window. I can't believe
Mike, it's okay. It's okay, Mike. It's 47 proposals denied is not that many.
I'm only 2 away from 50.
Yeah, but
This is crazy.
you've called Guinness before, and what did they tell you? What did Guinness tell you was the record for most proposals denied?
They told me on the record none because that's so sad and pathetic that they would never bother recording it. Off the record 52.
Yeah,
I'm getting pretty fucking close here, bud.
I know, but look, it only takes one. And I know you've been divorced several times, but it only takes
somehow
one.
Nobody has accepted my proposal, and yet I've gone through many divorces.
I feel like there's got to be something with the last name change that's screwing you up. But yeah, Mike, I think what we've learned from this experience is that we shouldn't try to add new friends to our friend group.
We got the trio. I'm with you.
The Barone Boys are a closed system, I feel like. And look, maybe, Mike, at the end of the day, Alex and I are your soulmates.
Adam?
Does that make you happy?
Adam?
Yeah.
Does that calm you down?
I'm sorry. No, I'm not going to have sex with you.
No. Alex?
Mike, buy me a drink. And then we'll talk.
Is that all it takes?
I didn't say it would happen, but I was saying we could talk about it.
Okay.
It's not going to happen.
Oh.
But I would love to watch you try to convince me.
And Mike, I don't think the slides are working. I think PowerPoint is not an effective way to, seal this deal. I think you're going to have to rely on, mutual attraction and personality. So good luck.
I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Well, look, I mean, tonight it's the first Tuesday of the month, the polka night happening down in the gym. I say we record the podcast. You've got, your suit from the wedding, which has only a little bit of blood on the crotch. By the way, tan, really? Who are you, Obama?
Yeah. He rocked it.
He rocked it, yes.
Yeah.
He rocked it.
It was the biggest controversy of his presidency. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I gotta own it. I gotta be the guy.
You didn't have to buy it. You could have rented it. Tan tuxedo. When are you gonna wear that again?
I'm a classy guy. I don't rent suits.
Sure. Is that another bong in your pants, by the way?
No, I'm just happy to see.
Oh, finally.
Yay.
Okay. All right. Let's record the podcast. We'll take you to polka night. It'll be fine. You'll be okay.
Mike, you've had worse.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you've died.
Weirdly, bizarrely, I fully agree with you.
I mean, remember season 2?
Season 2 of what?
Yeah.
Welcome back
we
to the
through
Barone
all
Zone.
Of season 2.
Even the band that has been following Mike around wouldn't play yakety sax through all of season 2. Welcome back to the Barone Zone. We're talking about Season 4, Episode 19, Marie and Frank's New Friends. Frank and Marie make friends with a couple that have similar personalities to their own as the IMDb synopsis, and I feel like that is missing the point of the episode, which is mainly about Marie and Frank's new friends being obsessed with Raymond.
That is actually a common theme that I've noticed in these synopses.
Yeah.
Is that, like, they get the gist, but the crux of the episode ends up being something very different.
We've had a couple of misses recently where it's like, yes, that does happen in the episode, but I wouldn't say that that is the one-sentence summary of what someone needs to know about the episode. But at any rate, what did you guys think of this one? I mean, clear premise, right? And welcome back to the Stipes, who we haven't seen since Season 3, Episode 7, moving out. Their names, which I have written down. Their names are David Bird and Anna Berger, and they're back. This will be the last episode that they appear in, so...
They die?
Who knows?
Off screen?
Or Ray fucking blows it at the polka night, I think is more likely.
Potentially, yes.
Burns that bridge.
I like to think they went the way of, who was the first friend that Ray had in episode 1?
Leo! Yes.
He went the way of Leo. They went the way of Leo.
And
got Leo.
I feel like our consensus theory on what happened to Leo involved cement shoes and the East River.
That could happen.
You think that's happening to the Stipes? Well, he was talking about making bets.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say he's in with the mob who we know frequent the senior nights. So
big time.
So what'd you think of the episode?
Honestly, I thought it was a pretty mid-tier episode. There were some funny moments. There were moments that I enjoyed. But overall, I thought it was not as strong as... Certainly, maybe we were just spoiled because we were talking about this last episode. The run of episodes up to this one was phenomenal. I think we had like 6 or 7 classic Raymond episodes in a row. Robert getting gored by the bull, Hacky Do, Deborah makes something good. There's definitely one more that I'm blanking on.
Yeah, that run of Roberts 415 Robert's Rodeo, 416 the 10th anniversary, 417 Hacky Do, 418 Deborah makes something good was a really strong run. And you know, this episode I thought was fine, but it was not at the level of those ones, I would say.
I would generally agree. I thought it was decent. I didn't think it was great.
Alex?
Yeah, I'm not too far off. I gauge my enjoyment of each episode of Everybody Loves Raymond on how sleepy I get watching it. And I got kind of sleepy watching this one.
It doesn't
like I felt like after like everyone came in, I feel like I knew where it was going, and I was a little wrong. I was hoping this would be a rare episode where Ray and Deborah like really worked together the whole episode. I was thinking the episode was gonna go like they teamed up to get rid of Frank and Marie, and then they come back and it's like, oh crap, now there's 2 of each of them, and they had to try something else. And then Ray gets kind of turned to the dark side, and then it becomes more about just Deborah and Ray arguing again. So honestly, it felt like, even though it's like a new coat of paint, it felt so been there, done that for this show.
Yeah.
Like I really feel like we learned nothing new about any of the characters here.
And knowing that the Stipes are not coming back, it's like this felt like
They're
dead.
With the benefit of living in the future.
Oh, but I think the writers were like, this is it for the Stipes. We're never bringing them back.
Snipe the Stipes.
As soon as they put the last period on the page.
I also gotta be real. This whole episode is a plot hole, isn't it? Because aren't Frank and Marie friends with like Lee and Stan? We hear them thrown out all the time.
That is true.
They aren't like couple friends though. They're like Frank's friends.
This episode premise didn't make a ton of sense to me because we've seen Frank and Marie have friends before. We got the Ray's here guy. Garvin, that's it. But there were references to other people. I really thought Lee and Stan were a couple friends. I really thought it was Lee's married to Stan or something.
We know Frank's friends at the lodge are kind of just like, they're not the type of friends that you would invite over to your mortgage burning.
Right. They honestly don't like him that much.
Yeah. So I think maybe they have Lee and Stan, but they're not they don't have enough people to throw a party about, which I think is what teased Deborah off to it. So I don't think it's that they have no social life. I think it's that their world has gotten so much smaller since Ray and Deborah have moved across the street from them.
Right.
Let's talk about the episode, though. Let's go through it.
Yeah,
so the cold open, this felt like a bottled cold open, like just something that they plugged in here. Ray returns from Chicago, and the kids ask if he brought them anything. It actually kind of felt like stand-up bit, like, oh yeah, I brought my kids stuff back from traveling on the road, apricot shampoo, conditioner, a shoehorn. Like, that's
I feel
hilarious.
like they filmed this like 6 months before this episode and saved it for a rainy day.
Yeah, that's what it feels
That's
like.
possible.
Is that it's just slotted in here. Yeah, for Michael,
fine.
apricot shampoo, Jeffrey conditioner, both from the Enchanted Isle of Marriott. For Allie, a shoehorn. For Deborah, some fine candies, which I think are Andes mints. We get the line, they're part of the hotel's turn down service, and Deborah's like, tonight you're gonna get my turn down service. Fun, good old sex joke. And then
I liked the at least start of this where Ray is like, what, do you think you're cheating on me? She means nothing. And then I like that.
Yeah,
that was,
that's a fun playfulness.
Yeah.
That was cute.
I liked parts of this scene a lot. Not the strongest cold open ever, but I thought it was a solid one.
I think it's a good premise too, of just like, oh, your kids expect you to bring stuff back. What would you can see kind of the game of this scene.
Yeah.
Right.
This is the scene where I feel like if you asked AI to write a Everybody Loves Raymond scene,
oh yeah, for
it would
sure.
give you
You're
this.
not wrong. Yeah.
It would give you Ray screws up somehow and then doesn't
No
get to have sex with Deborah.
for our boy.
Yeah. Although we should talk about, this is 2 scenes from now, but the I'm gonna have sex with Ray dance, which I don't know. What do you think?
I think you got it.
Kind of
Nothing
like
turns on Deborah more than Marie not being there.
That's
yes, true. What do you think, Mike? As a you're looking. If somebody did that to you,
Oh, it's going down.
you think that's a positive signal.
Immediately.
The the shake weight kind of motion, the two
not making
fists
it up
over the
stairs.
shoulders, not making it up the stairs.
Not making it to bed.
Well, I mean, you
right
don't
there.
normally make it up the stairs.
No, I don't. But this is for different reasons.
Yeah. Alex, if you were to indicate to Ray that you wanted to have sex with him, what would your dance
all
be?
I'm gonna say is you can get a lot more with a lot less.
What would your dance be? What would your signal be?
I think it would just have to be just like a raised eyebrow with him.
Oh, yeah, I think
He's
that's
ready to
true.
go.
I think he's ready to go. Mike, is your casual lean that you're doing right now with your hands behind your head, is that your I want to have sex with Ray dance?
Yeah, no, interlocking fingers behind it, then man spreading wherever
Yes.
I am, and then just going. That's it.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Try it wherever you are, listener.
Mine would be Warrior 3, which is this. But, yeah, good sex dance. And then Ray's dance, which is all in the hips, I feel like. Very attractive.
Yeah, that one felt like a mating dance.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
gonna try new things.
That was primal. But let's back up real quick to the party at Marie and Frank's house, which is just attended by the family. It's Marie and Frank's mortgage burning ceremony because their house is now paid off. Limbrook Mortgage, thanks for the calendars. Let's have a real party. Marie, go get our marriage license. That's classic Frank Byrne right there. Marie hits him
I
back.
hate my wife humor. Hey, take what you can get.
Marie hits him back with, now that we own the place, I'll do some redecorating, get rid of the old stuff. Frank, get out. Felt very bantery. Deborah expresses surprise that Marie didn't invite anyone, and Marie basically says, we gave up our social life when you and Ray moved in across the street. We go to the next scene. Ray comes downstairs in their living room. Did Frank give, was it Jeffrey or Michael, one of the twins, some wine? Because as he was putting him to bed, he was like, I love you, man. Which is, and then Deborah is concerned about Marie and Frank, insofar as if they had more friends, we'd have less them, which is appealing to Ray. And then Marie and Frank storm in, drop off leftovers. Frank drop off pants to watch the highlights of the sports game that he just watched. Deborah pitches them on making new friends. Marie has the line, I'd love to entertain, but what am I supposed to do with this? Gesturing to Frank. Ray's line, tell him you lost a bet and you have to feed and clean him for a year. Pretty funny, I guess.
Is it just, and sure, it's a fine enough scene. Is it just me, or is it, I don't know. I thought this bit was going to blow up in Deborah's face when Marie realized that, oh shoot, she's trying to get rid of us. That's where I really thought this episode was going to
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Marie ever does realize that.
There was a lot of recipes here for a more interesting story.
Yeah.
And I don't think the episode took the bait at any point.
It's an interesting direction that they did go of Marie and Frank are into it, but then when Ray gets added to the mix, it becomes explosive. They love Ray. So we see Ray playing video games at PlayStation 2. Is that what that looked like to you guys?
I think it was a PS1.
PlayStation
this is the
1.
90s, right?
I think this is 2000.
Yeah,
then it was then it could have been I guess the PS2.
My guess is it's December of 2000 based on
PS2 was 2002, but I might be wrong there.
I'll tell you definitively that this aired on March 20th of 2000.
Oh.
So they must have a multi-year registration on their car, because their car, the registration on their car in the garage scene is 12/29/2001. So they must have gotten that registration renewed for 2 years on 12/29/1999. Isn't that interesting?
Is it?
No.
It's something.
Yeah.
You don't think date math is compelling?
Not particularly. When it comes to registration, I don't even remember the last time I got my car registered.
Well, Mike, to call it a car, it's two scooters. It's two scooters taped together.
Yeah.
And Lime is pissed at you, right? Like the Lime guys are following you around, like trying to get him back, and you're kind of doing a wacky races kind of thing.
They're all just like, put it in the coconut. Come on.
They can't handle my cool ass tricks.
I love how the Lime guys call the truck that they drive around to collect the Lime scooters in, call the van the coconut. Because they put the lime in
the lime in the coconut.
What Alex said.
Shake it all up.
Yeah. They've ordered Chinese. Ray says, this is like a date. It's great. Marie and Frank come over with the Stipes, and Harry is a huge fan of Ray's column.
This is already an established character trait of this character.
Yeah, that's true.
He likes Ray.
Yeah. Here's where we introduce the main primary conflict of the episode, right? Which is that Marie and Frank come over unannounced, interrupt, and Deborah wants them out, and Ray entertains them a little bit. I gotta be honest. You know, we're all here at the Barone Zone. We are largely Deborah apologists. We think Deborah...
We support Deborah, yeah.
We support Deborah. Eventually, Deborah is in the right. In this particular moment, I don't think she's very fair, because I think Ray has been put in an impossible-to-win social situation. And I think, because what is he supposed to do? They're over here now. The time to do it is after they leave, or you entertain them for a little bit, and then after they leave, you go to your mom and say, Mom, you can't be doing this shit. That's the time to do it. You can't just say, get out immediately. That's deeply rude. So I don't know if I think Ray eventually is not okay. They were over till midnight. That's fucked up.
That's too much.
But I think in the moment when Ray sits down and says hi to them, and Deborah's like, get him out. I think that's a little unfair.
in any situation other than they barge over unannounced while they're about to have good old sex on the couch, I think you're mostly right. I am on Deborah's side of you should cut it as short as possible while not being rude. But I do agree that Ray is in an unwinnable situation because he either has to be rude to the Stipes or, fuck up with Deborah. So it's difficult for him, and I think the strategy of asking Marie to facilitate them leaving, but then caving to the slightest bit of guilt from her, for anyone but Ray, I feel like that would have worked. But yeah.
I feel like the only the tipping point of where Ray started to fuck up was when he caved to Marie right here.
Yeah, I think so.
I think before this, he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, not really.
Just at this point, that was his first fuck up, and then he couldn't really come back from that.
I'll say the one thing he did wrong before this was, made a scene about the deviled eggs. Let Robert have the deviled eggs.
Oh, yeah, and Robert almost choked. That was kind of funny.
Yeah. He almost made Robert choke. I'm on Robert's side in that. Robert should get all the deviled eggs he wants. That man's been through hell.
He got gored by a bull,
in the ass.
In case you guys forgot.
Upper thigh.
Upper thigh hole. Yeah, no, that is where the floodgates open, and then they stay over all night. I like Marie's guilt in this scene. I'm sorry people like you so much. I'm sorry that I'm proud of you. I'm sorry that I raised you to be such a nice boy. Like, this is, I feel like, very direct. The characterization of Marie is doing these passive-aggressive guilt trips. Like, it's a very pure distillation of that, where there isn't exactly... the Marie's meatballs, like switching the ingredients, like conniving kind of passive aggression, but it's very direct, very out there on the table, like, I'm laying a guilt trip on you kind of thing. They all gather around Ray. He met Evander Holyfield the other day. Mike, you want to tell us about Evander Holyfield? He's a boxer. I know that.
He's a boxer.
And that's the extent of your
knowledge?
That's all I
got. I don't go deep on boxing.
Wow, that's a terrific story, Deborah says. But we see Ray, the switch flips, and he starts to love the attention. Tells a story about the All-Star game. He goes up behind who he thinks is Frank, and he gooses Joe Garagiola. Now, Mike, is this a man who sells garages? Or
no.
Who is this?
Joe Garagiola is a former catcher, I believe, but he was like a really old-timey catcher. He played back when they were the New York Giants, like before they moved out to San Francisco.
Oh, baseball.
Baseball we're talking about, yeah. He played for a couple other teams. He's not remembered for his time playing baseball. He only played for 9 years, which is not, it's not bad, but it's not legendary.
He's remembered for selling garages.
Yeah, no, he's remembered for being an announcer. I believe at one point he was the host. He was a panelist on the Today Show. Really? He kind of had like it seems like he had like a kind of a Michael Strahan career. Except Michael Strahan is a Hall of Fame football player, and this guy is not a Hall of Fame baseball player.
And he never capitalized, like Joe's Garagiola, like selling garage door openers. And
there's a lot he could have done with that last name. Joe's Granoliola.
Yeah, I don't think this has as many legs as you guys are saying.
As many legs?
I don't think it has as many legs.
Combat Nature Valley.
In England, did they pronounce his name Joe Garagiola?
I think that if you went over to England and asked them to name any baseball player, they would say, get the fuck out.
They would say, get the fuck out.
They would say, get the fuck out of my country.
It's basically cricket. They should like it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I think.
Who's your favorite cricket player?
So genuinely, this year, the World Cup of Cricket happened on Long Island. And
what?
The World Cup of Cricket happened on Long Island.
That's so unfortunate for them.
Yeah, I was following it, and There was a guy who played for the United States team and became the MVP. Like, he brought the United States team way farther than they were supposed to. And he is not a professional cricket player. He's just a random engineer that,
Wow.
as a side gig, became an international superstar due to his performance in the World Cup of Cricket. And I'm blanking on his name.
Can't
I'll look
remember
it
his
up,
name.
but I don't have it off the top of my head.
His name, Joe Garagiola.
Joe Garagiola.
He's back. Frank eats their Chinese food, and Marie goes to make some tea. Ray starts telling another story. You know who used to like tea? Joe DiMaggio, Mr. Coffee. Mike, what does that mean?
It's a great question.
Okay. And you know who liked coffee? Mr. T. Hilarious stuff. We go to Ray and Deborah in the bathroom. This is a different day. She's trying to leave before the parents and the Stipes come over to avoid a repeat. Last time Ray regaled them until midnight.
Sorry, that cricket player was called Sarav Netravalkar.
Okay,
Sorry.
great. So not Joe Garagiola.
No.
All right. You'd probably love it. You could do a revival of your one-man show, My Fair Raymond.
Look, I get that these people don't have much going on in their lives. Meaning the strikes, the
Strikes?
Marie and Frank. Stripes,
What,
whatever.
The Triangle Shirtwaist Factory? What are you talking about?
Shush. But
Shut. Jesus Christ.
shush. But Ray's stories aren't that entertaining. I just gotta say it. It's very name droppy. It's almost
It's very
exclusively,
name-dropping, yeah.
Look who I was hanging out with. And I got it. Like, that gets boring after a while.
Yeah, it's pretty much just I ran into this person or I had a weird conversation with this person. Like, it's the kind of thing that it's just like if you don't ever hear about interactions with, like, this is pre-podcast time when you would hear anecdotes all the time. This is just, and pre-social media, this is just like, oh wow, this person interacted with somebody whose name I've heard. It doesn't necessarily have to be a good story. It's just exciting.
Yeah.
This was before, like, Mike, you were talking before we started recording about you've been DMing with the Smartless guys or something. You've been sexting with Arnett.
Yeah, no, I was, yeah, that's right. I sent a dick pic to Will Arnett.
Yeah.
And he responded with, "Please lose this number. I'm contacting the authorities."
Yeah.
I took a screenshot of it, printed it out. It's framed.
Because you showed him your Reese's Pieces, right?
Correct.
Cool.
Damn, I was gonna do a Reese's bit. Beat me to it.
My dick was in the Reese's Pieces.
Because your dick comes wrapped in an orange wrapper, right?
Yeah.
And it's flat and round.
Yeah.
Cool. And it's crimped.
Yeah, doctors are very, very
Well, doctors
concerned.
hate the one weird trick that you're using to get that, right?
Yeah, I take a hammer.
Oh,
and,
God.
you got my peanut
the
butter all in your
front?
dick.
yeah, I mean, it takes some crafting. It's kind of all around. The doctors get so mad when I tell them about it.
You taking that woodworking class was the worst thing that ever happened to humanity.
Yeah, that wood ain't working, buddy.
Good. No. Robert's babysitting. He teases Raymond about the Stipes. You know, they were my friends first. And then they all go downstairs. And the Stipes and Marie and Frank are already there with their son, Seth. So Seth is played by Dom Herrera, who's an actor and stand-up comedian. He appeared on Seinfeld, The King of Queens, and did a bunch of voiceover work like Hey Arnold and Rocco's Modern Life. Seth is also a sports writer, he claims, in internet chat rooms, and he calls into radio.
Yeah. He's a sports writer in the same way that we are podcasters.
Hey.
Correct.
I liked his thing. You've probably heard of me, Seth from Massapequa. Like, that's such a small, sad character trait of, like, thinking that,
That people
Anyway.
listen and care.
Harry,
I listen to sports talk radio all the time.
You could name
There's only
one of them?
I can name exactly one of them. There was this crazy guy when I was growing up called Jerome. I would call him with the most batshit takes. And Steve Summers, every time you would get a call from Jerome, would play the Twilight theme song. Or no, not the Twilight.
The Twilight theme song.
Twilight Zone theme song. And then there would be a voiceover basically being like, in a world, like basically calling him a fucking kook. And it was always funny. So I remember Jerome because we all roasted the fuck out of him.
I bet he was in on it.
No, he had
was
to
in
be.
on it, yeah.
He had, otherwise he would have stopped calling for his time that Steve Summers did that. But yeah.
Well, he has to turn his radio down, so there's no feedback. So maybe he never heard the.
That's possible too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jerome, if you're here, give us a call.
Oh, he's certainly dead by now, right? I mean, did he sound like a child when he was? You said you were listening to this as a kid.
There were adults when I was a kid that are still alive today. How old do you think I am?
Because you were telling us before about how when the War of the Worlds thing happened, you drove your car off the Brooklyn Bridge, right?
Yeah, so there were people in the water with me that I still meet with today. We bonded.
You have a reunion?
Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful. Harry says you're better than Lupica. Who's that?
Mike Lupica is a very famous sports writer.
Thanks.
He was a personality on ESPN. He wrote a lot of kids' books, actually.
About sports?
Yeah. He wrote them. Yeah, he wrote some fiction stories, some just kind of going over the history of the games. It was. I've read some Mike Lupica.
Ever do like a murder at the baseball diamond kind of thing? I think that would be fun.
No, he would do this is the story of the mighty, mighty Wolves and their quest for the playoffs and that kind of thing.
That was dumb as shit.
It was a good book. Fuck
Adam.
you.
I like my idea better.
I'm sure that there's a Sherlock Holmes book about that somewhere.
Sherlock, it would be cricket. British.
Yeah, this is the flaw with Sherlock Holmes.
Who... I did read that one, The Murder at the Cricket Grounds, and you know who did it? Joe Garagiola.
Joe Garagiola.
Garage.
Garage.
Seth, I love your baseball stuff, except you could be a little more objective about the Mets. And Mike, that's what we've been trying to say to you.
No, I've never said anything wrong about the Mets ever.
Yeah, see, this is what we're talking about.
Ray gets defensive like Mike, but he wins them over by dropping some, wisdom about, you gotta, if you pull your punches, you're the one who's getting hit, which Harry loves.
Which is such, he loves it, but it's just such, cookie cutter fortune cookie writing advice. It's bullshit. This is my problem with every single time we get any small dose of Ray writing as a sports writer, which he's supposed to be great, but none of it is good. He went up to who was the guy in season 1? Who was the quarterback that he went up to? I'm blanking on his name.
Terry Bradshaw?
That's it. He went up to Terry Bradshaw and was like, I want to tell the real story, what it was like outside of the games. It's like, yeah, that's the point of a book. What are you talking about? I have never read the column of Ray Barone, but I'm certain that it's terrible.
Pooping shirts.
Ray wins him over. So then Robert limps down the stairs. He's like, "Oh, hi, Harry." And Harry, this is the coldest thing I've had. It's like witnessing a murder. Hey, Rodney, and then turns back to Ray. That's cold as this man lived above your garage. Can't even remember his fucking name. Cold as hell. But I do like that he continues to call him Rodney throughout the scene. That's pretty funny.
At least he's consistent.
I liked also Robert starting to tell the bull story in a lull in the conversation, but Rita cuts him off to take a picture with Raymond and Robert purposefully. Good camera work. We see
that's such a
we
fun.
see the view from Robert's camera. Great idea from the crew. Purposefully crops him out. Yeah, very funny. Then we go to Deborah, already in the garage because she wasn't in the picture. Like, where's Deborah? Oh, she went to the garage. Car registration 12/29/2001. Deborah is going to leave without Ray. I'm going to eat. I'd ask you to come along. I thought this was funny. I'd ask you to come along, but I see you have a girlfriend and 3 boyfriends and another girlfriend.
This conversation it's bad what Ray's doing. I want to make that clear. I'm anti-Ray. This is a tough situation to navigate. I know that Ray could be trying harder. He could. Deborah has a point. But I can understand why Ray would hesitate to be like, all right, it's either make my wife happy or it's either if I make my wife happy, I'm being an asshole. you know?
I don't think so. I think
yeah.
he has a legitimate out here, and he is too focused on getting the attention to use it. He's valuing his own ego over what Deborah clearly wants, which is to spend time just the two of them. So I would say this is, unlike the first scene, which was thrust upon him, I would say this is totally Raymond's fault. I think he is not.
I'm not saying he did
between
good.
a rock and a hard place here.
He's certainly not. Well, they also barged in. They didn't ask him, "Hey, can we come over?"
That's true. They seem to have come over while they were upstairs. So no even welcome.
No
come
knocking
on in.
on the door.
Yeah.
Robert might have just told them to sit down.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Who knows?
Who knows?
That would be a good prank.
A hilarious prank.
Honestly, if Robert assumed they were going out and they came over, he would have probably been like, "Yeah, sit down. This is my chance to get them to like me."
Mm-hmm.
And then Ray ended up staying.
So eventually, in this bickering and argument, Marie comes out and again guilts them in. I just Marie sucks.
I thought there might be in this second conversation some we don't really have anything to talk about, so that's why we keep bringing you up. Some justification, but I feel like
there's just more guilt tripping.
Yeah, again, they could have leaned further into this or something. Nope.
Marie is just using Ray purely because she gets satisfaction out of, the sort of pride of, wow, look at my successful son. Deborah turning on the windshield wipers was funny to me during this scene. And then Deborah lets Ray go back in, which I feel is not great. Robert is trying to tell his bull story, and then I thought them actively leaning over looking for Ray to come back from the garage was very funny.
It was funny, yeah.
But as soon as they come back in, they get up to leave for the big senior jamboree at the VFW. Free eye tests tonight. The VFW, if you're from not this country, is the Veterans of Foreign Wars, and they usually have a meeting hall in a town where they can all get together and reminisce and do jamborees.
It's just a gathering space, yeah.
So it's just a community
talk about
center.
The war.
Talk about the war, not ones that were not the Civil War or the Revolution or the War of 1812, but ones that happened elsewhere. Vietnam, Korea, others, World War I, World War II.
Oh, do you want more help? I imagine Afghanistan and Iraq would also fall into this category.
Yes, certainly. Free eye test tonight. Deborah, this is what could you do? Go to Iraq? No, you were rejected.
Yeah, have flat feet.
Well, it didn't help that you, and this was your first run-in with the hammer, flattened them.
That's correct. I didn't want to get drafted.
Well, but there wasn't a draft. This was you went to the recruiting center, and you were like...
And I told them, you ain't going to get me, fuckers, and I took out
yeah, you did it in front of them.
And I flattened their feet.
And this is why you have trouble getting upstairs.
Yeah, worth it.
So that you didn't have to serve your country.
I didn't have to serve.
Yay, Mike.
Now, this is where the episode, I feel like, has a satisfying conclusion for me, that Deborah suggests that Ray go with them to the VFW hall.
She gets back
that
at him,
I love for her. And then her and Robert being the kind of winners of this episode and being like, Chinese, you know it. I think that's a good ending.
I like that. If they're not going to resolve the conflict, at least make Ray lose.
Yes. Because we don't often see, even in episodes where Ray is, in the wrong, we don't often see one where Ray is definitively the loser of the situation. Yeah. Dance the night away at the Limbrick VFW Polka Night first Tuesday every month, is what that banner says in the hot clothes. So they called it the Senior Jamboree, but it's really the Polka Night. So I feel like they,
they took some liberties.
I don't know how they feel about, their golden years, but we don't need to get into the psychology of the Stipes. We're never going to see them again.
Mm-hmm.
They died.
They died at this jamboree.
I heard that the Stipes, there was a glove involved. It was, honestly, pretty sure OJ did it.
That's fucked up. OJ's dead. He can't defend himself. We don't speak. We don't speak ill of the dead on this podcast.
Well, I got Dershowitz's number from the wedding.
Yeah, and
he can defend it, once a client, this is what your stepfather told me, once a client, always a client.
Fucked up.
Okay, so that's the episode. Mixed bag. I feel like it's a fine one from a comedy perspective, but maybe not
stellar.
Not in the echelon of 415 through 418. But speaking of rating things and things being stellar, let's turn our attention to any final thoughts on the episode?
Nah, it was fine. I don't think there was anything deeper about it.
I have said everything I need to say.
Let's turn our attention to our classic rating scale. That's our barometer on which we rate Ray's performance as a husband, son, brother, father, entertainer. What is that called? Raconteur.
I was never getting that word. Never in a million years.
So as a raconteur, with 10 being the great dads of sitcom history, your Danny Tanners, your Uncle Phils, your Carl Winslows, and ones being the bad men of television, men who actively harm their families like Walter White, Don Draper. Alex, where is our boy Raymond coming in for you on this episode?
Not great. But also, I'm pretty neutral on this boy, at least in the beginning. I think, again, until he starts hamming up the company, I think he was fine. He was on Deborah's side. And I just feel like, especially near the end, when he was like, you got to give the people what they want. He lost to his own ego. So in my own, how I kind of feel about the ranking, if like a 5 is like neutral, no harm given, no harm taken, I think a 4 is fair in this one. He fucked up, but it wasn't colossal fuck ups.
That makes sense. Mike.
To be clear, I fully agree with Alex's analysis that this clearly became an ego thing. I'm a little more sympathetic. Through the discussion, we kind of realized it, but that's partially just because I hate conflict and social awkwardness and things like that. So I'm sympathetic to Raymond trying to avoid that, but it clearly evolved into something that it wasn't. So even if he was scared of conflict or didn't like conflict, you gotta man up and step up in the moment. I don't know if I would, but I know that that's the proper thing to do. So I'm gonna not be quite as harsh, but it's definitely below a 5. I'll give him a 4.5.
Okay, I'm gonna swing lower than that. I think from the very first anecdote is after Evander Holyfield, the switch flips and Ray is in soaking this up for himself selfishly. Clearly, it's causing Deborah distress. She, and maybe, if it's only the 2 nights that we see, maybe it's not going to become a long-term issue that warrants a lot of distress, but the pattern is clear of Ray wants this attention. Like she says, you weren't getting enough attention from your parents, you needed another pair. I think we've seen this before, of Ray just being a total sponge for attention and praise and validation. It makes sense considering who his parents are. However, I feel like he knows what he's doing, and I feel like at no point is he in the right in this, really, to me. So I'm going to go a little bit lower. I'm going to say 2.5.
Wow. That's way lower.
And I know he's not causing long-term damage here. It's not the checkbook. It's not, one of those, but it's the pattern of behavior is so blatant of just no, sorry, Deborah, I'm going to stay here and stay up until midnight with the Stipes, telling them how great I am. I don't think he deserves much more than that, in my opinion. Mike, what's the average of 2.5, 4.5, and 4?
That brings us out to about 3.67.
Okay, let's call it 3.7.
Okay. He's bad, but he wasn't as bad as he was last week, so I'm okay with
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, pretty bad, but we'll see how Ray does next time in season 4, episode 20, whatever that's called.
420.
Yes, Mike, are you excited for 420? You're gonna
So excited.
because you were saying that you want to blaze all through the podcast. You were gonna be high as a kite.
I do. I really, really do, and I've been prepping my body for it the entire time.
By
I have an IV of bong water.
Bong water.
Coming right into my veins.
Not THC.
Nope.
Not just used.
Just used bong.
Cool. And any glass get in there or?
So much.
Hey, yeah, I saw that you were like messing with your forearm there and it was crinkling because of all the glass in there. Yep. They're calling you the human mosaic, aren't they?
Yeah, my plan is to, after I'm done fucking up this body, I'll get my buddy Joe to give me Freaky Friday, and then I won't have to deal with that anymore.
Give me Freaky Friday. I think there's, normally we just end the episode here, but I think what I'd like to do this week, if this is okay with you guys, is let's just leave the listener with some kind of like positive thought for the end of the show, and like let them take something into their weeks. And I think, guys, what we'll do is we'll just, like, A to B this. We'll, like, compare Mike and Alex, and then whichever one is, like, better. Because, we can't do both. The show is already too long as it is. So we're going to have to cut one of yours. And, Alex, we used yours last week, right? I think we used yours. So I think, let's just hear out Mike's. And, whichever one is better. I think it's basically 50-50, so it's not, like, any, like, favoritism or anything. So, Alex, why don't you just, speak from the heart, like whatever. You don't have to have anything prepared, but just like, whatever you think.
It's very, like, it's funny. He's hamming it up because he doesn't, he says he wants me to announce it, but Adam told me that this week, because he felt bad for Mike because I won last week in the last few weeks, that he's gonna, like, if Mike's Words of Wisdom gets picks this week, Adam is going to personally donate $500 to the charity of Mike's choice.
Oh, I can't wait.
And I just have to say I'm so proud of him, and who am I to step in the way? And I'm just going to let Mike take the win on this one so Adam can be the hero.
Wow. Yes, and we did say that. So, okay. All right, we got that clean. And I mean, we're probably not gonna use yours, Alex, just because you didn't really do one. So I guess, I don't know. I guess Mike, go ahead. I'll get my checkbook out and we can do it. Okay. So Mike, what is your words of wisdom for this week?
Well, I actually come across this poem that I love. It's I wanna just get it out. It's by someone. Lee. It's by a poet by the name of Cheryl Sarkisian. And it goes like this.
I'm sorry. Pronounce that last name again.
Cheryl Sarkisian?
Yeah.
That's it? Okay. I thought I said that.
Yeah. That sounds familiar to me, but no, you said like Sharky Sands.
Sharky? No, Sarkisian.
Yeah. So charcuterie.
Sarkisian. There's no S there. Okay. I'm sorry for messing this up. This is a very beautiful poem.
No, we'll cut around it. It's fine.
Okay. Do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside me say, I don't really think you're strong enough. No, do you believe in life after love? I didn't. Sorry. Until I discovered the Barone Boys.
Oh, say more.
The Barone Boys.
Sorry, is this still part of the poem?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, very famous. There's a more famous version, but this is the first draft, which I think really gets the raw emotion there. So I kind of want to go back there. Anyway.
Okay.
Do you believe in life after love? I didn't until I found the Barone Boys. For just one payment of anything you want, you get lifetime access to an extra episode with the Barone Boys every single month. Join the Barone Boys at the link in the description.
She said that in the poem?
Yeah, and then it goes on to say, I can feel something inside me say, I don't really think you're strong enough now.
Back to the chorus.
Back to nice. That's all the chorus actually.
Really?
It's quite good, yeah.
That does sound good. Okay. You know, because it's a poem.
Because it's a poem.
Fuck. Alex, can I borrow $500? I don't have any money.
What are you saying, Adam?
Can I borrow
You gotta say it louder. I can't hear you.
I think we'll use mics this week.
Oh, fantastic.
However,
great.
Alex,
That's so
I can't
amazing.
donate. I can't sell any more blood.
Thank you, Adam, for donating $2,000 to the charity of Mike's Choice.
My choice, I would like to support the Young White Boys Association.
Oh God,
that's my choice. I think that's a great organization to help this group of people. That would be fantastic.
Do you want to explain what they do?
Yes, they say they realize that white men have it too hard in this country, and they put foundation to elevating them. It's great.
And Adam's donating $10 million to them?
Come on.
Yeah, what a great guy. What a fantastic man.
I can't believe it. How amazing.
This is gonna clear me out. This is gonna ruin me. I'm gonna be Barrel. I'm gonna wear Barrel. You know what I mean? Barrel suspenders.
Yeah,
what?
Barrel.
You don't have $40 billion?
Alex, please. I can't edit out the last thing that you say is what I have to leave in. It's the way that editing
Adam, what's
works.
$800 trillion
Alex,
to you?
please, that's more money than exists in the world. Alex, just say something like low, like $10, please. I'm gonna have to, I'm almost completely out of bone marrow. My kidneys.
Adam, you're donating the entirety of your body to this organization?
Wow, that's got to be worth
That's insane.
something.
Luckily it doesn't. The thing I said before about the editing doesn't work with Mike, so we're still on $800 trillion.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
Alex,
gotcha.
just say like $10 or something, or like my sperm or something.
Why would the White Boys Association want your sperm?
That's what
White
I call
sperm
my
for white
sperm.
boys. Yeah. Well, thank you, Adam, for your generous donation.
Alex, you've
We
completely
appreciate
fucked
it.
me. I'm ruined. I'm Barrel.
All right, well, we appreciate
He's
$1
heartless.
quadrillion and a barrel donated
No,
to
my barrel.
the Young White Boys Association.
I have
And
nothing.
I think that's it for the Barone Boys this week.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
I think
God.
there's only
That might
one
be
last
one
thing to
it
do.
for one of us forever.
I'm ruined.
Thanks so much for listening,
Guys,
everybody.
I'm sorry about this. Zip. I have to sell my clothes and I don't even have a barrel to cover my dick.
Adam, you should probably see the doctor about that. I don't think your dick is supposed to be shaped like that.
Yeah, it should be more bong shaped.
Yeah, it should be bong shaped or like a Reese's Pieces, one of the two.
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's penis, obviously. But what were you gonna say, Mike? Just sign
Renus
us off.
penis.
Yeah, I was just going to say
Reese's
thank you all so much for listening. Again, the Barone Zone is in the description. Until next week, there's only one last thing to do. It's our classic sign off. Everybody!
Loves.
Raymond.
And we love you.
I got to trademark Renus penis real quick. I think that's going to save me, guys. I really think I sell t-shirts that say Renus penis, bright orange. Oh, God. All right, I got to go.